when you do it, you're like, wow, it wasn't that bad. Why was I even stressing about that?
Therapists really work.
Therapy works when you allow yourself to open up.
Oh my God, it's for help because I'm like, I'm a failure.
You didn't want to show us how to do that.
Welcome to Women Rising San Diego with Kelly Brown, JoJo Romeo, Thea Lynn Shayansky, Latasha Fennell, Carrie Behick, Veronica Salazar, Dina Von Yokes, Samantha Babcock. Watch us now.
Welcome to Women Rising San Diego. We're so glad you're here with us today. We're going to talk about mental health, stress, overwhelm, all the things that women face. We're really excited to jump into this. So let's talk about mental health. So ladies, do you believe women feel stress more often than men?
I think
For sure.
for sure.
For sure.
Because we can multitask and they can't.
That's true.
Well, because of multitasking, you take on being a mother, being a wife, being a business owner, being a good friend. So when you multitask more, men are like more take on one thing.
But
at
I
a
think the
time.
reason why I was saying it because women don't show stress easily
Right.
because there's something we're doing all the time.
Well, because women internalize it, right? And men externalize it, right? With like aggression or whatever.
Anger.
Right. We can't show stress because then we're too emotional and then we don't have it together or it doesn't seem like we do. So we have to always look perfect, and it seems that all of the men don't have that pressure, whereas we have to think about what we're saying, how we look, how to say things nicer with a smile, and
Yeah.
Well, they wasn't listening anyway.
I think, I do agree that is part of like mentally, you need to ask for more help. If our children are not doing well, if our families are not doing well, if your business is not doing well, if your house is not put together, if your outfit's not put together, that causes stress, and all of that balls up into one big stress ball, right? That's where I am.
that's probably why women have such issues with cardiac disease.
Yeah, number one killer of women, right? People always think it's like breast cancer or something. Number one killer of women, heart disease. So
So
sad.
much on our shoulders.
Well, we do the pink things and the blue things, I call it, right? So we're not only doing the, obvious, and I hate to stereotype and say that we have, our women things, but, shopping, cooking, right? Traditionally, like you said, like work and being a wife and a mother and whatnot, but then we're entertaining, and then we've got to shop and cook and present and make sure that we sign the kids up for this and that and the other thing, right? Traditionally, we're doing that, so we have so many more things on our plate, of course, right? You have to pull it together.
So do you think that there are some women that maybe don't have those same standards and then they have a little less stress in their life? Or
Absolutely.
Is that a woman thing or is it a us thing?
I think in my case, I can honestly say in my household is 50-50. My husband is so supportive. So I stress? Absolutely, because, work, our business is like, I could be free tomorrow, but then guess what? I'll call my girlfriend, never mind for lunch. I have a list, whatever. Our schedule's so different. But in my household, my husband, it's 50-50. So I don't think I stress that much like I see my girlfriends. Or maybe, gosh, I had a really tough mom, so she taught me to be like, take care of it. Like,
Yes.
We can
and I
handle
do
it.
that a lot. The older I am, like, if I'm stressing over something, I'll shake it off, whatever I do, and then I just say like, hey, this is not the end of the world.
I can speak to that in the sense, like, as a young woman too, like, we start off with our kids being young and our careers just getting started. And when I like kind of play it back, like in the beginning, it's like you're starting to manage it and learn how to manage it, but then you mix like the daily stresses, and then something sometimes tragic can come along, or some kind of health issue can come along, and that takes it to the next level. So the daily stuff, like as a young girl, I really tried to manage by, and then this is getting into like, what do we do to help that? What I did is I got so much help, like with rapid eye movement, breath work. I did therapy with my husband, but then it next was a divorce attorney. So
Like it worked so well. Like it's time to be stress free.
Oh, a backhand, huh?
Oh, I don't know. This is the perfect way to relieve stress.
Definitely. No better way to blow off stress than hit a ball really hard.
Yes, today out of the
Run
park.
around. Yeah.
So
Love
fun.
running
I
around.
feel so much better.
Either way, I was going to say, I'm so glad you brought that up. And maybe, JoJo, you're going to speak to this because I wanted to bring up some time when you're completely overwhelmed. I mean, you could go into depression. It could become a real crisis. Have you experienced something like that?
Well, what I was going to say is that I think you have to sort of set an expectation, right? And reframe it, right? Everybody's got their stuff. Everybody's
Everybody
busy.
has a story.
Everybody has like a million things, right? So if you set that expectation, it's going to happen, right? And so we have to prepare ourselves for that and reframe it and just go, okay, it's going to happen. And what is my opportunity for growth? I call them AFOGs, another freaking opportunity for growth.
Yeah,
Right?
the hard way.
And what is that? So when it does go sideways, okay, all right, what's my opportunity? Sometimes I'm like, all right, I get it. All right. And so
It strengthens
you.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm with
So
you.
just reframe it. It's gonna happen.
Some get strengthened by it.
Yes.
I thrive on adrenaline.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if I'm in a situation,
Deadlines.
I love deadlines.
Yeah.
And I find myself.
Really?
I find yes, as I'm approaching one, I find myself that if I don't have a deadline, I have more time to think and more time to waddle in my own poo. You know what I mean? So for me, an example, like, I used to get up every morning and go for this amazing jog and 5 a.m. I twisted my ankle at a 5 a.m. jog one time.
Oh, God.
And I was getting ready to do, I had so much going on that week, I can't even tell you.
Oh, no.
It was a reset button. It's not my reset button, but it was a reset button. It's like, hey girl, buzz,
The cosmic boost.
we're slowing you down because it was something that needed to happen. It helps me mentally reset myself. But not everyone operates like that. Some people can't. Like I have girlfriends, I'm not gonna, no kidding. If stress comes to they're like, oh, okay.
That's me.
It is.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. How do I sign up for that program?
Well, it's something that I learned over the years with military. It's like you're living a stressful life anyway. So it's like, well, what can I do about it?
Good point.
And I'm just like, okay, well, when it's going to happen tomorrow, I guess I'll wait till tomorrow. Today is today.
Enough worries
So you just
for
keep
today.
going on because it's like, what are you going to do?
You're gonna live forever.
And I feel like people stress different. Like, so like I'm the baby of 8. I have 8 sisters, and there's things that will stress them out. I'm like, you're stressed out over that.
That's the worst. That's the worst.
And I think the older you get, the older
keep it
you
in
get. Like with
perspective.
my daughter will be 21, and she'll come and like, Mom, this, Mom. I'm like, Jess, like, who
cares?
Mommy? Like, gosh, wait till real life hits you, girl.
Yeah,
But I
exactly.
feel like, you have to, I think it's also how you were brought up. I don't think I stress like that easy. And then there's certain things that, like, girlfriends that are so
hormones.
like, oh my God, like, it's stressful or they're dying.
First
And
world
I have a
problems, right?
really
Right.
good friend of mine that I love her to death, and I will never say her name. But no, but
Say my
every
name, say
time
my
I know,
name.
right? But every time I talk to her, it's like negative, and I'm like, girl, like
can't.
you can't, you
No.
I'm
can't.
sure you guys have friends that are like, oh, I have to go to yoga class, and and they don't work, and they don't work, and I'm just like,
Yeah, that's the
How
worst.
many times you going to do it? Because it doesn't work.
But I do agree with you because with your experiences and what you're exposed to, how you're brought up, it all
Yeah.
plays a part of
plays
it.
a
And
big
to your
part,
point
yeah.
with, like, I also thrive on stress, and I worked in the trauma level 1 ER in New York City in the South Bronx. I also work in the cardiac ICU, so I can handle a lot of stress. I'm a perfectionist.
It's other people's stress.
But the thing is, what's crazy, I was never prepared for motherhood because I was the first of my friends to have a child. I didn't know, I didn't read, I didn't prepare, I didn't have family in New York City to help me. And that was the most
stress.
stressful thing I've ever gone through. I just couldn't get it together.
Yeah.
And I think to your point, like, I didn't ask anyone for help because I thought if I asked for help, then I was a failure. I couldn't get it together. I couldn't do the laundry. I couldn't do the dishes. Nothing was organized. Everything was everywhere.
Baby will hand it to you.
But
you
they
have
always
everything
say,
going.
Help though. I couldn't
Yeah.
ask for help because I'm like, I'm a failure. I
You didn't want
I
to
can't
show us how to weakness.
Yeah.
I couldn't do everything. I did everything before. Why can't I do this? The hardest part was asking for help. And that was the biggest thing because I didn't realize how much help I needed until I finally broke down. I asked for help and I had to go see a therapist. And
Good.
And like Jojo was saying, like sometimes we think it's worse, it's gonna be like bad, and when you do it, you're like, wow, it wasn't that bad. Why was I even stressing about that?
Right.
You know,
But here's all about mindset and how you frame it. So like I keep trying to, at first I think, whoa, it's this. And journaling has really helped me make it this, like go from really big to very small. It's like we make it such a thing and it's all that soap opera in our head. And I learned that you're supposed to really work on shrinking it down to being nothing and meaningless. And then you can process from there, like how would I handle that differently the next time? Like sometimes the first time I'm not good at it, just like when I started doing hair.
Me and Veronica that really don't care about some people, it's hard for them to go and talk to you about their stress because we're like blowing it off like, oh, you're stressed about that because it's not a big deal to us.
But to each person, it really
Right,
is.
so
in
that's
their
why
own
I'm
mind.
like, I have saw that a time or two where someone's telling me something that's really bothering them, and I'm like, I'm really cool.
You know not to come to you. With
Well, no, but I don't mean it in that way. But
Don't come to
because it's just like to me, like, oh, all you gotta do is A, B, and C, and problems go.
Other
you
people's
know?
problems are way easier to solve, though, in general, right?
But it's like a puzzle. Let's be honest. Some people are very creative and can do a Rubik's Cube and puzzles quickly. Right. Other people, it takes them longer and they anguish about it and they think about it so much. Example, I have a college daughter now. I must have seen 1,000 photos of a white dress that she's going to wear under a gown. So
you won't even see it.
Everyone, correct. But what I'm saying to you is like, but it is relevant to her.
Yeah.
And I have to respect that of her.
Yeah.
But because I've been there, done that, so you follow through the course. You respect those people that need that extra, and this is just a little thing. I mean, I have friends that I'm their therapist. Like, and they've gotten so used to it.
But does therapists really work? Because I mean,
therapy works when you allow yourself to open up
and
I
learn.
talk to them like my friends, and I still do the whatever the hell I was gonna do.
But obviously you can think for yourself.
Exactly.
No, because I mean, that person you're talking to them about things that's bothering you, but the thing is still bothering you.
But sometimes they can give you tools and outlets you would have
Yeah,
never
they've
thought of.
been-
Like journaling was never a thing on my radar. I'm like, I'm the worst writer, and now I like to write articles.
Right.
So it's interesting. It turned into that, and I thought it was the worst.
to like it's the way you start your day too. We got to start your day. Like I have a mindful
In the
practice
morning.
in the morning that I started to do,
Yes.
and I read a little mantra, and it gets me in that space. And there's
What's
something-
your mantra?
There's
I'm
something
curious.
called I do this energy clearing thing. It's like a little bit of tapping.
I
love that.
And I'll show you guys later, but I could like literally muscle test you now, and then we could do these 7 things, and then your arm will not go down.
Powerful.
You're so powerful. You see clear. It is amazing. And you know what? I notice when I don't do that in the morning, I see my day starts to go sideways, and I'm like, I didn't start the day with that mindful practice that I do.
Get your chi.
Right? Exactly. It does. It makes a huge difference.
I really want to share with you ladies something that happened to me a couple of years ago. I think people that know me know that positivity is my superpower, and I can handle a lot of stress. I can have a lot of balls in the air. I like to operate at a high level. I pride myself on that. And before this, the worst thing that happened to me, my dad passed away of cancer, and that was, I would say, the worst thing that ever happened to me in my life. And the amount of cortisol I had in my system, and it was really rough. But then something worse happened to me, and I had a 12-year career in a corporate environment, and I got laid off. I thought I was okay with the getting laid off, and I was like, used my good positive attitude that I always have, and I was like, I got this, I'm fine. and I got shingles. And if you've never had shingles, it's debilitating. And I'm telling you, the reason I never had the shot is because I thought it was for old people. And I'm not an old person, right? But my body gave up on me. Like, my brain said, we're okay, we got this, we got another career, I'm good, I've got everything under control, I got this, I've seen other people, it happened to, I'm good. My body gave up on me.
Cosmic boot.
And I've always been able to pull myself out of anything. So it was really...
Changes your perspective.
Yes.
Your perspective changes. Yeah. My son drowned and I resuscitated him.
Oh,
He was 18 months old. And you know, I'll tell you what, like what was important to me and what was happening in my life, you know, it was, you know, such a big deal, right? Until that happens. And I resuscitated him. And after that, I mean, to this day, I hear a siren and I still get that feeling,
Trigger
right? I still see it. Now, I know it happened to me, so I would pay it forward. And I know I've saved lives because of it. But I'll tell you what, I don't give a crap if I live in a shoebox. As long as my kids are healthy.
Isn't the truth?
Stuff like that, which you went through, I went through, it puts it in perspective, and then you go, stress, what's stress, right? What's stress?
Health as well.
I always say a mom's only as happy as her unhappiest child. So I have adult kids. When my adult kids struggle, it's like, oh my gosh, it's heartbreaking. But it was heartbreaking when they were babies and when they were sick. And then it was heartbreaking when they were teenagers and somebody didn't like them.
It's so important to find something or a group or someone in your life that you could actually bounce off and you have that safe place.
Except Latasha, not Latasha.
But you know what? I do, but it takes a toll on my body.
It sure does.
Because I block things out because I have this mentality where I just say, oh, there's nothing I can do right now. Let's just keep pushing forward, you know, and I fix it as I go. But it hurts my body. So although you'll see me laughing and smiling, but it takes a toll on your body, like
body betrays.
My body started to break down, and then you may not see me a day or two because I'm like in the house, like, oh my God, I'm hurting, I'm aching, and then once I'm out in public, I'm like, who cares?
Even during COVID, everyone was getting sick around me.
I never got sick.
I didn't either. You know, the crazy thing is, but now I'm finding myself that I'm catching these little ridiculous, like sinus this or a flu this or that, because I'm allowing my body to like
relax,
drop, and I'm putting so much pressure and stress on my body that before I could bounce back. It's it's the same mentality when you're in college. You're drinking, you're partying, and you get up, you take a shower, you go to class, and you're fine. Now it's like I need a week to get over that cocktail. What the heck?
It comes back though to your body's gonna signal when you've gone too far, and like in my industry, without your hands, like I talked about earlier with the accident, that was my livelihood that was providing for, at the time, 2 and 4-year-old. And then more recent, I had carpal double arthritis, and they did both hands at once. And my doctor has never done both hands at once his entire career, and he's about to retire. But what happens,
like get it done.
No, but like how she's saying her identity, like I don't know how I would pay my bills. Like honestly, you sit there and think no matter how well you save, no matter how good my investments are, but where's my livelihood if I don't have my hands?
That's part of the reason that we all want to share this with you is we have experience. We have 43 years in hair. We have emergency room in New York. We have a military. We have a vast array of experience. We want to share it with you, and that's why we're here, and we thank you for listening and for tuning in and watching us, because we're going to bare our souls, as you can see.
Please let it unleash.
Beto, I got an idea. Every time we close a deal, we should go to the spa to blow off some steam.
Or shoe shopping, girl.
Shoe shopping! I'm in for that one.
I'm in for that one.
Yeah, shoe shopping.
Would you guys like to share what prepares you? What do you do to block your mindset from any negativity or anything like that?
So for me, prayer is the first thing I do in the morning, especially just talking about what I'm grateful for, because we go through so many struggles in life and there's so many bad things happening everywhere. but I just think about like, but what am I grateful for every single day? Like, what can I be thankful for? And I just pray for his guidance, and I just feel that I'm more solidified in my day. Just how you feel with your mantras, was that your meridians?
Yeah.
I feel grounded, and I
Right.
feel ready to rule the world.
Yes. And with my meridians, the last one that I end with is zipping up.
I do the zip up all the way to the forehead,
you
right?
literally, I go up here and I zip up 3 times.
Just here?
Yeah,
What do you
from
think?
your
It's
pubic
the
bone,
chakras, and there's
I go
one
up to
here.
here,
Yeah, it's
and
the
there's 7 things that I do in aligning all of your meridians. But the last thing, because I'm an empath, so I feel everything, and I feel everybody's
Close up.
everybody's stuff.
You have to close them
Energy.
because it hurts.
We're more energy than we are matter.
Like
you're
your inside.
protected. And you're deflected. And wait till we do. When we're done here, we're gonna do a little test, and you'll be blown away.
Oh,
it's gonna be fun.
That's
It's gonna be fun.
exciting.
Yeah.
You guys are powerful.
clarity.
I wake up and I say, God, you blingy did it again. And I get up and I drink coffee and I'm like, well,
With some bling.
I'm retired. What should I start? And I start my day.
Give me some insight.
I'm
Hey, let's all cover working out and how important it is for.
Oh, yeah. Stress management.
Yeah.
I don't work out anymore.
Well,
How do you
genetically blessed.
It was all about, I think a lot of people, when you're like living stress free now,
Right.
and you just like breathe and just do whatever, the weight and everything stays off. When you're more stressed about things and so uptight,
Cortisol.
you're doing all of this stuff because you're like, I gotta do this, and your mind is racing. And it's like once I stop, for 25 years I worked out everything. I had to pass PRT, so you're stressed and you're like, oh my God, I'm 5 pounds over. Let's go check the
Endorphins
scale.
still are always going to be good for the brain, you know?
Yeah,
Cortisol's
so
never gonna be
Hiking
good
is
for the brain.
hiking is my solution.
Yeah.
Plus, when menopause hits, you're gonna want to.
Oh yeah, you're going to want to work out.
Yeah, postmenopause.
I did like hard workout, like power lifting, running 10 and
you're
26 miles a day. I was doing all this stuff.
She's burnt out right
So
now.
luckily muscle has memory.
Season.
So now I'm just like able to like. No, I'm so turned off when I see people. It motivates me when I see someone running across the thing to just get up and close my curtain. I'm like, good for you.
Oh, my
As long as you're handling your stress the way you want
because I've been there, you know what I'm saying? Because I used to like couldn't start my day without running because that used to release my mind, now I'm just like, I want to put on makeup.
All my good thinking happens when I'm working out, especially cardio. Like I come up with the idea, that I have to write down. It's when I'm kind of checked out in that way. But my husband will literally go tell me, he'll be like, I think you need to go work out.
Because that releases you guys now, and that was taught to me too. But it's like now it's like, man, I don't want to do any of that stuff because I don't want to mess up my hair. I mean, like life, it's like when they say, "Hey, retire."
It's a chapter. You might move on to another one.
No, I'm not even bored because I was so busy.
Well, you have your business.
Listen,
you're starting your business.
You're not bored
I
because it's a
started my
new
business
chapter.
while I was in. A lot of people don't know that. I started it when I was in. So it was like, I don't sleep. To be honest with you, I am up to like 3 o'clock in the morning doing stuff.
What do you do to stay mentally fit?
I make stuff.
Yeah.
See, that's
there
your
you
sense
go.
of
She has a plan.
Outlet.
She has a
That's
plan.
my
That's what
outlet.
matters.
And so it's like seeing other people happy and seeing you guys. I'm like, man, I remember when I was doing all that running and I'm like, oh, my hip hurts. You know what I'm saying? Because I got injured from doing all that. The lifting, my back, the running.
That's why Pilates is good. It's not high.
No, and I have a Pilates class like right next to me.
Yeah.
And I don't do any of that stuff. And then I'll just be like, you go, girl.
I saw you at the marathon.
Yeah, we were at the marathon and I'll just cheer. I'm like, oh,
She was like the most annoying cheerleader. You go, girl. You go, girl. And I was
Because
like,
I've been there before, and I'm like, oh, I know. I was like, now 13, you're gonna be hating everyone. And I was like, oh, you're doing good, girl.
Ladies, thanks so much for sharing everything you shared today. You guys just really opened up about mental health and taking you know, being open like that, I think it's really going to help our viewers at home. And we're so thankful that you were here with us too and could share this time with us. So
Thank you.
see you soon.